If you're a Muslim parent and your 18-year-old daughter tells you that she is dating a man, what will you do? Will you instantly panic, ground her, ask the entire family to come for an intervention, or will you approach it a different way? Today I want to have a very honest conversations on how Muslim parents should handle this situation, what Islam says, what Muslim scholars have to say about dating, and why the way we react matters so much more than we think. The initial reaction, especially in traditional Muslim families to dating, especially a girl dating, is typically fear or anger or panic. Immediate reaction is that this is haram, this is wrong, what will other people think? But wait a second. Just think about it, why our initial reaction is fear instead of guidance. First of all, if your daughter came to you and is sharing this information, consider yourself lucky that she feels safe enough to share this information. And if she's sharing this information with you while she's 18, most probably you have an open, good, communicating parental-child bond with her. In most traditional families, a girl will not open up to her parent about it, and most likely the parent is going to find out from other sources. So let's dig deeper to the root of the fear. Why are you having fear? Fear of losing control, fear that she's not going to be safe, fear that someone will take advantage of, fear that what will society say, fear that she'll end up in hell, fear that it is haram, fear that you failed as a parent. But I will share a better approach. Instead of handling this with fear, handle it with wisdom. You're way more wiser than your daughter. A girl's frontal lobe is fully developed when she is 25. The way you handle this will determine if your daughter is going to come to you in future with bigger issues like this. If you shut her down completely, she might continue the relationship, but completely secretly. And if you shame her, she will start associating Islam with punishment and not with guidance. What is role of a parent in a child life? Wisdom, guidance, support, protection. Be the supportive guidance that she really need at this time. And that's what the role of Islam or any other religion in a person's life is, guidance. Let's discuss what Islam says about relationships. As we all know, Islam is very clear that physical relationships outside of marriage are haram. Let's watch a clip by our favorite Mufti Mank on this topic.
So basically, halal way of, it's not dating, it's actually meeting. You see, in Islam, it's actually a sunnah to see your spouse. You speak to the person, you meet them. But it must be under supervision so that you're not abused. I tell you, the main thing is the issue of a chaperone. So if you have a girl, for example, she's seen a brother, it can happen, and she's interested. Wallahi, the best way of doing it is you get hold of your own brother, your father. I have such a relationship with my children, I will do it for my daughter any day. And if she's interested in someone, I'll go meet him and so on, and tell him, hey, listen, my daughter's showing an interest, for example, in you, and let's just get to know each other. What do you think?
In today's day and age, just by picture or video, you don't understand what a person is all about. But meeting someone just for 5 minutes can tell us so much about that person. First of all, if there is physical attraction, which is very important. Then if there is mental compatibility, shared values, similar interest, similar future goals, all those things are so important. So the girl and the boy can talk to each other about all those things, and the chaperone just have to be present. The chaperone doesn't have to be so close that they are listening the conversation. They just have to be eyeing them so the girls are protected and they are not harmed or taken advantage of in any way.
You know what I mean? After everything's over, you're already in such love that there's no way that you're going to take no for an answer. That's a mistake that people make. You involve your family far down the line, you see. So what happens is initially they will look and they will then introduce you officially. I'm here, for example, and you can be seated there and have a nice chat, mashallah, coffee, a tea. I might not be able to listen in to exactly what you guys are saying, but mashallah, you're under the eye. There's no kissing, no touching, no nothing. Because why? There can't be emotions at that stage. You're talking, you're discussing. What do you like? What do you not like? You see how the person speaks, how they look, they stand, how tall, short, all these things. It's permissible to look at these things, okay? So if you're satisfied, you can let your parents know. If both of you are satisfied and you're happy, alhamdulillah. If not, nowadays a lot of the people say, I need to meet you again. It's not enough. So you meet again, and you meet again, and you meet again. Every time, similar condition. There is no restriction as to the amount of meetings. Some people come to you and say, no, you must meet once and that's it. You know what? You bring the tea in and you just say, Salaam alaikum, and you walk out. And he's seen the tea. Subhanallah. A wise guy will say, hang on. You brought me milk tea. I don't want milk tea. I need another cup of tea. I need green tea. And then she speaks to you. And then, trust me, the tea business was belonging to the 1960s and 70s. Subhanallah. At the moment, it's cappuccino, guys.
I have to say that's beautiful. So I didn't even know like you can meet this many times. So I'm in West for a really long time, and I'm really against hookup culture and Western dating because it just take advantage of girls. And a lot of time girls are so frustrated because men are getting everything for free without taking responsibility, without any financial commitment, without providing any kind of security for the girl. They are getting all the physical benefits from that relationship. That dating continues for years, and then they say no, they are still not ready for commitment. And the girl just wastes her precious time. So this type of arrangement is so beautiful. I'm pretty sure nowadays a lot of girls will be okay with it. Let's come back to the topic we were discussing, that your daughter came to you and tells you that she is dating. How are you going to handle it? What's the right way to talk to her? I know I'm a parent, and there are times I've dealt with things when my daughter came and tell me things. My heart was like this, but I stayed calm and I tried to understand her because I don't want her to not tell me things and do things in private. I would be worried about her safety. Number one and very important thing is that you need to stay calm. The moment you get angry, the moment that conversation will be over and she's not going to come to you from that point onward. She will still do everything she wants to do, but secretly. It's just so sad to see Muslim kids. They are living like a double life. They are unable to share things with their parents because of fear of judgment, fear of their parents' anger, fear of their parents shaming them. Number two, ask her about the person and about the whole situation very openly without getting angry and without showing any kind of judgment. Listen to her, because if she feels hurt, she's more likely to open up to you and she's more likely to listen to you. And now you can share some guidance, Islamic guidance, your parental guidance. But instead of just shutting her off and telling her that this is wrong and this is haram, just share that why Islam put these boundaries and why is it so beneficial for women, why it is so important for us to really see our worth, really see what our bodies are worth, and just not to give it to people who don't have a right to earn it. Just share these things in a manner that she understands why those rules are in place. There's a reason. It is for her protection. But share it in a very nice, supportive manner. Offer solutions, not ultimatums. So if the boy comes from a good family, seems like a decent boy, you can guide her towards nikah. But if they are too young and if the boy is not suitable for her, then help her understand risk of emotional attachment outside of marriage. Maybe share some of your examples when you were a young girl, just to develop that connection and that bond with her. How your mom or your family members' advice really protected you, and you are so happy that you listened to their advice. And trust me, if you follow all these steps, your daughter will be more likely to listen to you, will be more likely to open up to you. And if you choose the route of like anger, shaming, she will continue to do whatever she wants to do. Most probably she will rebel and will do even worse things. Try to understand why she's doing it. Is she curious? Is she not getting the love and validation at home and she's looking for it on outside? Or is she just rebelling against the religion, against the family values that have been very strict? In the end, I want to say that parenting is not about control. It's about you being an inspiration for her. It's about you being a role model for her and teaching her by setting an example. Your daughter is growing up in a very different world than yours. If you want her to hold on to her faith, you have to provide a safe environment for her so she can come up to you for guidance. And when she's confused, you have to provide her clarity. Don't be a strict judge and be very quick to punish her.